What's up, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Undrafted Views. We're here. We talk sports from the sidelines. And today we're going to talk about the 2021 coaching vacancies. And there's a lot of them. Let's get into it.
You know, the top of my mind is Brad Stevens in the Boston Celtics. Not only did he get fired, but they allowed him.
He didn't get fired.
What?
He didn't get fired. He got promoted.
That's what I'm saying. They allowed him to go into the front office. And the very first move he made was to trade Kemba Walker and get Al Horford back. I like the move.
I like the bold move.
Mm-hmm.
So this tells me that he did not agree with the trade of Al Horford.
Yeah.
That's what it tells me. You're going to bring out, because Danny, okay. If you're going to talk about Brad Stevens, you had to have included in your conversation Danny Ainge. I have said that on multiple videos. So now Brad Stevens, and I read somewhere where it said Brad Stevens was tired of the coaching responsibilities, you know, that the rigors of coaching.
Uh-huh.
So I guess, I don't know, that's alleged. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I read somewhere. And so now he's in the front office and he's able now to make the moves. He's about to build a roster that's going to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals next season.
Okay.
I think he's going to be bold enough to do it.
I don't doubt it. Now, first of all, they needed a center. Al Horford can get you a nice centerpiece for the Boston Celtics. I like the move. It's bold. Now, he didn't make very bold decisions as a head coach. So maybe this is more his style. I've always said he was more like analytical. That's great. But that wasn't good enough for the sidelines. So I'm happy with the decisions that he's making in the front office. And now I want to see who he's going to bring in as head coach.
It's going to be somebody that's existing on his coaching staff. I don't see him going outside of his existing pool of people. I don't see it.
Oh, interesting.
I believe that he will, again, this is just my belief, that he's going to hire somebody that's on his existing staff or that's closely connected to him, what I think all coaches do. I mean, all general managers do that anyway, but where he will still have controlling interest in coaching for next season. It's going to be silent control. Watch. I don't think he's going to hire anybody that will not take his guidance and leadership for what he sees the Boston Celtics doing in the next season. So it's either going to be an assistant coach or someone that's extended in some way where he will still be coaching the Boston Celtics roster, but just not the face of it.
Interesting you say that, because I felt like he was hands off and very silent on the sidelines. But now he's going to go into the front office and all of a sudden exude all of this confidence and boldness and aggression.
You're not going to see it, though. It doesn't matter. He won't be the face of it. He needs somebody else to be the face of it. So, yeah, absolutely. It's going to be somebody on the staff. I think so. Okay. Which is, I'm fine with it. You know, if you got somebody that you have been coaching with and they're an assistant and you think they're ready for the next level and you've worked with them and they've been a part of your Boston organization and you just want to transition them, which will make it easier for your players to accept, I'm here for it. That's what it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be a transition into a head coaching job if that's what an assistant coach wants. So if that progression happens naturally, I'm okay with that. That's what promotions are supposed to be. But what I don't want you to do is hire an old coach that's coached multiple teams before that is currently out of touch with what these young players need today. That's what I don't want you to do. And I don't think Brad Stevens is going to do that.
No, I don't think he will. Now, he spent 8 seasons with them, finished the last season 36-36. Wasn't very impressive. All right, now, the Orlando Magic, they got rid of their head coach, Steve Clifford. They finished the season 21-51, but he spent about 3 seasons with them. Nobody cares about the Orlando Magic.
Next.
Right. No, for real. Who? 3 seasons. I didn't know he spent so much time down there.
And ain't nobody down there anyway. You couldn't even make Vooch a name. Beat it.
Oh, that's true. All right. So the Indiana Pacers, they now have a head coaching vacancy. Nate Bjorkgren did 1 year, and I hope the door doesn't hit him on the way out.
It already has. And the Indiana Pacers are punching the air right now because they could have kept the original Nate. Why? Are you not seeing what the Atlanta Hawks are doing right now? One and done. Nate, maybe he'll get another coaching gig, but the way he left, you cannot lose the locker room and think you're going to keep a job. You're just not going to do it. It's not going to do it. The moment he lost the locker room, his fate was already sealed with the Indiana Pacers. Oh, yeah, it was over. They were just waiting till the season to be over. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, in his defense, though, Miles Turner was injured. You had Karis LeVert come in midway through, and then he got injured. You had Malcolm Brogdon injured. They barely made the play-in tournament. I mean, they've had a rough year.
When you lose the locker room, because those injuries are prone to happen. It's the loss of the locker room, I think, that decided his ending with the Indiana Pacers. It wasn't the injuries.
Because all teams too. So
all teams suffer injuries. They do. It just I mean, come on, the game is rigorous, so it's going to happen. But when you lose a locker room, it's done. There is no salvaging that, and I believe that's why he was a one and done with the Indiana Pacers. I even believe with all of those injuries, it would have been justifiable why he would get one more year to coach the team. It makes sense. But you lose the locker room and they hate you?
That's true. All right. So the Washington Wizards surprised me when they did not renew Scotty Brooks's contract, especially because, I mean, they played so well, to end the season and to make the play-in tournament. The connection to Russell Westbrook, I was surprised that they didn't renew him.
I'm not surprised. I mean, the Washington Wizards have not made it out of the first round in like forever. And guess what? He was a part of that too. So I really believe it's less about the connection with Russell Westbrook, less about them making it to the play-in tournament and making it to the playoffs. I think it was more about you still haven't done it. Like, when are we going to move forward? Now we got Russell Westbrook. Bradley Beal is at this point trade rumors where we're going to potentially lose our superstar on this particular roster, and we still can't get out of the first round. No, that's why we just need somebody else to come on in. Can they do it? You have been there since 2016, and you still haven't contributed to, from a coaching perspective, the Washington Wizards making it out of the first round. The Wizards are probably saying, how many more seasons must I give you?
I know. And most of those years, all of those years, for the most part, he's had the John Wall and Bradley Beal backcourt, and he couldn't take two All-Stars out of the first round. And that's a problem.
That's a problem. Yes. So I think the franchise just needs a new voice. And they're going to move in a different direction. It just is what it is. I just feel like the Washington Wizards coaching job, whoever gets the next one, good luck.
Good luck. I know.
Because if Bradley Beal doesn't stay and Russell Westbrook is going to be like 32, 33 coming up, like,
yeah.
And you have all these young players, they probably need to hire a coach that's going to be more of a developmental coach for the younger players, because it's what? They're not going to do nothing next. I don't see it next season. I really don't.
It's really not a desirable place to play.
Not at all.
Yeah. Of all the coaches, the one that makes me the most excited was the firing of Terry Stotts. I just don't understand why Portland held on to him for so long. Anyway.
Speaking of being somewhere forever. It was time. Yeah. Yeah. And and I'm quite sure it was really bittersweet for him, because that is the only coach that Damian Lillard has played under in his professional basketball career. So that separation, I can only imagine that it wasn't easy to do for Damian Lillard as a player, but he want to win.
Yeah, and he should win.
Clearly, you're not going to be able to do that with Stotts. It was time. It was really time. Yeah.
He spent 9 seasons in Portland. I mean, finished last season 42-30 again. Knocked out in the first round. Oh, well, Terry. I mean, there's talks that he's going to walk right into another job.
He better not. He better not.
Mm-hmm.
He better not. I don't think he should. I mean, I don't want to stop anybody's coin. What do I look like?
Mm-hmm.
But as an assistant coach, yes. But as a head coach,
yeah,
you need a year off. For real.
Yeah, regroup. The Dallas Mavericks, wow, they got rid of a long tenured coach. Well, actually, they say that he decided to step away. But when you have 2 or 3 years left on your salary, on your contract, it's kind of hard to believe that you really stepped away from that type of money.
I think his decision was made when the GM left.
Okay.
I think so. He was like, okay, so then what is my safety net exactly? Because that GM had been there. His name was
Nelson, 24 seasons, right?
Yeah.
20 something like
Come
that.
on. Yes. So, and he was there. He got that position because his dad left. But anyway,
of course.
But anyway, so can you imagine the relationship they've built over the years? I mean, Rick Carlisle was 13 seasons. The homeboy was 24 years. Like the relationship that they built was pretty solid. But when he left, where was Rick Carlisle's safety net? And I was reading somewhere where there is some authoritative issues on, who can do what and who can say what. So honestly, if Mark Cuban doesn't fix that, whoever comes into that role, they're not going to be happy.
No.
They're not going to be happy.
I think the writing was on the wall for Rick Carlisle. And, it was pretty evident because, like I said, when you have a contract, don't you want to fulfill it? You're not going to walk away halfway through, right?
You will if the environment no longer suits you.
So it must have been really bad then.
And when your homeboy left, all speculation. This is my opinion. When your homeboy left, he was like, you know what? I don't know. Because you're going to have a new GM come in. And I guess he probably figured, let me make the decision before they make it for me.
Yeah. You can't fire me. I quit. That's what that was. Right?
That's exactly what that was. And I'm wondering what type of power does Luka have in that organization?
Oh, it's clear. It's clear and evident. And first of all, they brought in Dirk Nowitzki to kind of help,
they sure
with the decision. I thought that was kind of nice, right? Dirk played 20 plus seasons or 20 seasons with the Mavs.
Brought them their only championship in 2011. They haven't seen one since.
Have not. And they won't with the turmoil that's going on.
And they will not. And they will not. And they really won't if they don't get Luka somebody to help him.
Yes, because Porzingis ain't it.
And Porzingis is not happy either. So they're going to try to figure out how they're going to be able to trade Porzingis on the pennies because don't nobody want that.
Wow. Now, look, the New Orleans Pelicans, again, another one and done. Stan Van Gundy, been around the league forever. He's out the door.
I'm going to need Stan Van Gundy to put his headset back on because he will not be standing on nobody else's sidelines. No. No.
Put his headset back on. Oh, that's funny. I prefer Jeff instead of him, to be honest. But
I like Jeff. But his brother Jeff name has been floating around as a potential coach for one of these teams. But for the Pelicans, that may be a desirable position, a desirable job to be in only if Zion stays.
Yeah. They have to keep the nucleus. Otherwise, who's going to want to coach? I don't know. I mean, it depends on what they do this offseason.
They owe like $35 million to Eric Bledsoe and Steven Adams.
See? I knew they overplayed Steve.
Wow.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Do you think a new coach can come in? Is the Pelicans just doomed? Like what? Like what is it? They had Anthony Davis.
Chris Paul,
like players who are really doing okay right now, like pretty well. I mean, they're in the playoffs, and just what is it about that franchise? Is it the franchise?
I don't know. I think New Orleans is a football town.
It is. Facts.
So people, I don't know. I do not know. I was just surprised that Stan Van Gundy was disrespected by just coaching one season.
You don't feel that way about Bjorkgren?
No, Bjorkgren had no head coaching experience. He was riding Nick Nurse's chain.
Sure
I don't. Hey, he ain't got.
Do you see Stan Van Gundy coaching again?
So we know there are currently 7 vacancies within the NBA, but do you feel like any other coaches are on the hot seat?
Oh, good question. Coaches on the hot seat.
Luke Walton.
Where is... Oh, the Kings have been so quiet. Oh, my God. They have been so quiet. Are they still an NBA team? Is that still a franchise?
Yeah, it is.
Why is nobody talking about Luke Walton?
Nobody talking about Luke.
He got to go. I don't let somebody coin up, but...
Yeah.
Kings fans, what y'all think about Luke?
De'Aaron Fox deserves a better coach.
He deserves better.
Mm-hmm.
Or he deserves better, or he deserves out.
Oh, yeah. What's up with Frank Vogel with Los Angeles? You think he's
No, he's gonna be all right.
Okay.
He's gonna be all right. He ain't a coach anyways, LeBron. What are we talking about?
Oh yeah, that's true. What about Coach Bud? Is he safe?
Coach Bud is safe in my book.
Okay. And then I think Greg Popovich might kindly step away on his own terms.
I'm okay with that. I think he should. He's been there a long time. I don't think he should step away from the franchise. Just solely do your front office work.
Mm-hmm.
Give somebody else a chance. Again, I don't know how many times I got to say it, but Coach Pop, once you do whatever you're going to do in the summer, go on, step aside.
Yeah.
Be a mentor to whoever you're going to bring into your role. I'm not saying you should leave, but you should probably have somebody else standing on the sideline and you should just go sit down.
Yeah. Just go relax.
Just go relax.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm okay. And I want you to do it on your terms, but I need for that to happen before the new season starts. Go ahead.
There's a lot of names floating around. You got any names?
Okay. So I've been hearing, let me just say this. If y'all not going to hire a woman coach, stop putting their name out there. Don't be doing it just to say, oh, these women out there. I've seen Kara
Lawson, yeah,
Becky Hammond, yeah, those two so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those two ladies. Don't be playing us, women, if y'all not really considering hiring them. Don't waste my time with that. That's what I'm just like. I'll see what that all unfolds into, but.
That's just to say. All right, now look, Jason Kidd. I think he deserves a head coaching position.
Yeah, but why did he withdrew his interest from the Portland Trailblazers? I don't know if that's a true statement, but that's what I read somewhere.
I read that too because he already got another job lined up.
I wonder which one it is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, I'm here for that. I've seen Kenny Atkins' name thrown around.
Yeah, Kenny.
Okay.
Well, he was coaching the Nets before Nash came, right? Before Jacques took over interim, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I've seen that name. I've seen in people's comments. I haven't heard in the national discussions, but I've heard in comments Mark Jackson's name pop up.
I'm sorry, who?
Your guy, Mark Jackson.
Oh, yeah. Remove the headset, Mark Jackson. We need you on the sidelines.
You know what? Give your headset to Jeff's brother.
Give it to Stan.
Well, they can do a brother duo and commentating for the next season.
Yes, please, for real. Now, I like the Chauncey Billups to they said Boston, maybe. You think it'll be an insider in Boston, but yeah, I think Chauncey would be great. Young. Hey, Chauncey.
I'm not mad at that one. You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be on the strength of Ty Lue. What the Clippers are doing right now. Yes, absolutely. And why can't he reap the benefits of that? Absolutely. Ty Lue ain't doing it by himself. We know that. He's the face of it. When it go bad, he got to be the one to speak on it.
Right.
That would be nice. Chauncey and Boston.
Jason and Jalen. Marcus Smart, Chauncey guiding and teaching and molding them.
Marcus Smart is gone.
Yeah, he might be.
But really the core is Jason and Jalen. That's who they're going to be building around. Chauncey Billups.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not mad at that. Come on, Chauncey.
I would love to see him. Also, Sam Cassell riding coattail of Doc Rivers right now. Why should he not reap the benefits? He's been talked about being a head coach for a long time, but hasn't happened yet. So
I saw another guy, Charles Lee.
I don't know who that is.
Charles Lee showed up on some blog I was reading. He's like 36 years old. He was connected some way and somehow to Boston. No, I don't really know the connection, but I saw his name as maybe a potential candidate for a head coach in Boston.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah. And then Lloyd Pierce, I think he wants to throw his hat back into the game. I don't know. It ain't looking good for Lloyd the way Nate came in and took what he had and made it into this wonderful Atlanta Hawks team.
I will say this, though. It is possible for Lloyd to excel in another organization because Nate McMillan was with the Pacers and he was also with another team before the Pacers. Portland Trailblazers.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's possible that you can, and he was with these two teams. He was with the Portland Trailblazers and the Indiana Pacers for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't one and done. It was almost like maybe 4+ seasons with those two teams. So it is possible that your coaching for one team may really be best suited for another team. So it's still possible. So I'm okay with the fact that Lloyd Pierce is looking for another coaching job. I think he deserves a look. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, he definitely deserves a look.
Yeah.
Just like Becky and Kara deserve a look, but
no, a serious look though. Don't play with me.
All right, you guys, we are going to wrap up this episode. Make sure you drop down in the comments and let us know what you think about this. We'll see you guys on the next one. But until then,
peace,
y'all.